All right, we're getting in more breaking inputs. In fact, the IDF is now beginning to strike afresh. These are additional targets of the terror organization Hezbollah in Lebanon. In fact, this is the footage that's been released by the IDF, pinpointing that target over here as it strikes at the heart of Hezbollah in Lebanon. Among the targets that were struck were weapon storage facilities, even additional infrastructure of the terror organization Hezbollah in several areas in Lebanon. So Hamas, as we all know, has been decimated to a great extent, but it is the Hezbollah which is back on the radar of the IDF, and this is the latest shots that we are bringing to you that the IDF has released from Lebanon. They are continuing to strike Hezbollah. They are also in fact targeting the overall, say, weapon storage facilities, even additional infrastructure of this terrorist organization. Sanjay Suri is joining me live on the broadcast with more details. So Sanjay, you can see the escalatory nature of these attacks that are taking place. But at the moment, the IDF is very set with its targets. These are fresh visuals that have been released. What else can you tell us about the IDF now taking these attacks forward as far as Hezbollah is concerned? Before I see you are joined in by a guest also, and you take that conversation forward.
Well, the IDF certainly is striking Hezbollah. This war appears to be widening, and certainly here in Israel you are feeling the impact of it. We are here in Beit Shemesh, and this here behind me was a synagogue. Would you believe it? There's no sign of it anymore. Complete devastation, a direct hit by a missile. People sought shelter below the synagogue in a dedicated shelter, and they were all killed. And with me is Ben, who has lived long here. He lives right next door to this. So Ben, were you here when the missile struck?
Yes, I was at my house. I was sleeping. It was around 2:30 p.m. And I wake up by horrific noise, horrific boom, like the most significant shock wave of boom that I heard in my life.
Were you safe?
I wasn't in the safe area because I was in my bed, and the windows they are just like above me because the pillow is in the side of the window, and the one window shattered. And I'm lucky that the other one didn't. So in instinctive mood, I took the blanket, the thick blanket, and covered my face. So the glasses, the remains of the glasses won't fly away over my face. And,
take a look behind. Tell us behind what is here, what was here. If you speak with me and just tell us what was here.
Here was a synagogue that I remember as a child. It used to be like small synagogue, and after renovation, it became a really big one and impressive one. And as you can see, nothing remains, just debris. It looks like a war zone, like just nothing. You cannot recognize that was anything here. Just tons of rubbish and plastic, and you can see the crane over there where was the shelter that
yes,
the people are hiding.
And the people who took shelter here, they of course live here. What kind of work do they do? I mean, do they work for the government, or are they just local civilian people?
No, Beit Shemesh it's a city of normal people, regular people, you know, white collars, blue collars people, day-to-day job, or some of them like do most of their day in praying, in study the Torah, study the Talmud. And I personally know one casualty of the incident that was happening yesterday. A young guy named Gabriel Reva. He's 16 years old. He's really close by, living really close by to my house. He's my neighbor. I know him since he was a baby. And he went here at the afternoon just for a study with the
Is that because
with the
there's
rabbi.
a synagogue? Because there's a synagogue?
Sometimes in the synagogue you don't necessarily go for the time of the prayer. You go to enrich yourself by studying, by reading Talmud, by reading the Bible, and that's what they've done. And going and do a lesson with the rabbi and a bunch of students. And unfortunately, this is where he's lost his life at such a young age.
This is tragic, and this is a small area, so everyone would know everyone. It's like a large extended family, is it?
Yes, yes. This neighborhood is. People live here from the 60s. The first one came to this area. It used to be a neighborhood of really small houses, and over the years, people brought more and more children. They renovated the houses. The houses went bigger. For example, this house I know very well. This house over there, because this house belonged to my uncle. He passed away 1.5 years ago. His name was Isaac, and as you can see, you already have one platform missing. It used to be 3 floors private house. One has just been demolished down.
We will take a closer look at that. But
Yes.
tell me, the people who died here, they had gone to the synagogue. Underneath the synagogue is a dedicated shelter.
Yes.
They took shelter. They went into the shelter, and
Yes.
still they were killed. So a shelter is not necessarily safe.
That's true what you said. The statistics in this case is really, really cruel, because the chance of that is less than 1%, I believe. But the problem, it was a direct hit. Where they went is perfectly fine. They did everything that they could do. They didn't neglect the situation. They didn't disrespect it. They went to the safe place underneath. But the problem, the missile was directly hit the synagogue.
So finally, not even a shelter is safe from a direct hit.
Yes, from a direct hit, and people like the military department who are responsible on the civil life, it's called Pikuda Oref. They say that if it's a direct hit, it's a big problem. It's basically you need to trust on your luck.
We are hearing planes overhead, and there are no
Yes.
civilian flights certainly in this airspace anymore. So would this be a military aircraft that we're hearing?
For sure. This is a military aircraft jet. It could be F-15, F-16, F-35. That options, especially when you hear this kind of sound, which means it goes really fast. It's not helicopter. It's not something like that. It's a pilot shot.
And it would be in air to seek to intercept a missile?
Sorry.
It would be in the air to seek to intercept a missile?
No, the airplane, the jets doesn't intercept missiles. The system that we have to intercept missiles, the first one.
Sanjay, we'll come back to you in just a bit. Keep going on with that conversation. We'll come back to you in just a bit. Doctor,